Hi, welcome to Straw Hat Crusaders. Yeah. I like being here.
Oh, man.
You know, okay, I wasn't trying to.
No, keep going.
I meant it. This is a podcast where three JoJo fans read One Piece for the first time, and one One Piece fan watches JoJo for the first time.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
And then we talk about it.
I don't know the lyrics to the song.
Dream. Don't give it up, Sonny. Dream. Don't give it up, Zoro. Dream. Don't give it up, no.
Get it up.
Hell no!
Hell no.
I do not
Lean back on and win!
That's from
Whoa.
Trader's Requiem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell no!
My name is Adriano. What's your name, Clayton?
I don't know anymore. My name's Clayton Chalman.
Aw. And what's your name, guy next to Clayton?
It's Lucas. I'm
Lucas
the
again.
guest.
Lucas
is
Radonini
back.
on the podcast.
Lucas, don't give it up. Lucas.
Don't give it up. Hayden. Okay, Hayden, start.
I'm Hayden Hardrake.
Hayden
Hi,
is
everybody.
next
Yeah.
to Lucas.
I'm sitting so close to Lucas right now. We
And-
can touch each other for
Aw.
one.
Lucas
Yeah.
Tortellini on Instagram.
And then this guy
Josh.
is Josh. Woo.
At Hatpot Crusaders.
Well,
That's his
On Twitter.
main account.
Follow
Well.
Twitter. Follow the Twitter.
Hot Crusaders. What?
Desperate.
See, I got it.
Whoa.
It's our Twitter. At Hatpod Crusaders.
Oh, hat.
That's a little
Okay.
weird. Who came up with
It
that?
was hard to. Some of it was. There were restrictions on what I could do with it.
You can't
With-
say straw. And
with the Twitter
Josh
at.
is chained to the wall of Twitter.
He's got another chain.
Josh has the neural link, but all he can see is our Twitter account.
Yeah. I'm thinking of something that Clayton showed us earlier.
Yeah,
He
Clayton,
said
you want
he's
to talk
chained.
about it?
Oh no!
sure. Yeah, let's get
He's
straight
chained.
into that.
No,
We
Okay.
can
you want to
wait,
save
we
it
can
for a
wait.
later.
Yes,
Yeah, save
yes,
it for the second.
absolutely.
It'll definitely come up.
It's plot relevant.
It'll definitely come up.
Yeah. How has everybody's week been?
My week has been fine. Nothing. Actually, yesterday I got to see. I've been wanting to see for so long
Oh,
a
yeah.
movie that premiered at festivals 2022 and has just been fucking buried and unable to be found anywhere for years. Very rarely getting to grace a theater screen. Hundreds of Beavers is the name of the movie. And I finally went and saw it yet last night with some friends, and goddamn was it so fucking good.
Really?
I loved it. I was so happy that I got to see it in theaters, and I probably am going to go to see it again before it leaves theaters because it was that fucking cool.
What happened
What happened?
with Beaver? Was it one of those things where the title is just it's like Cocaine Bear is like
Kind of. It's shot to be basically it's a black and white silent film with like Looney Tunes style comedy about a fur trapper who is fighting hundreds of beavers. All the animals in the movie are played by people in like
Vin Diesel.
mascot costumes.
oh that's awesome.
It's awesome. It was fucking amazing.
It's like that what's his name? But it's where he turns into a dog. Tim Allen.
Yeah,
the
He
Shaggy
turned-
Dog.
Yeah,
Shaggy
Shaggy
Dog.
Dog. And then that one scene where it's like a real dog jumping off the table, and then it's like a guy in a dog costume punching someone across the face.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
the next.
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? That's what I'm
Wilfred?
imagining, but with beavers. Huh?
No, we were talking about Shaggy Dog.
Shaggy Dog.
Wilfred with
Wilfred.
Elijah Wood.
Yeah, Elijah Wood. Yeah, and another British guy who plays his dog.
Oh my
What?
god.
Remember that show?
Yeah, he's the only one who can see
That
Yeah.
I completely forgot.
It's kinda like
about
Calvin
that
and
I
show.
want
Hobbes.
to watch that. now.
I've never heard of that.
It's cool.
Haven't you?
It's silly.
We're
Well.
too close. Hayden and I are too close.
It's
together.
okay.
No, I'm kidding.
You
We're
can.
fine.
You're best friends.
We're
You can-
perfectly fine.
Yeah,
can kiss sometimes. It's fine.
it's fine. It's only sometimes though.
Just
Yeah.
kiss.
And I'm
Give us a
scared.
kiss.
How about you, Lucas and Hayden? Since you're, you know,
Oh, we speak in tandem.
We
We are tandem.
Luke, Hayden.
We're really good at this.
My week was good. Last weekend we filmed The Gamma Guy web series.
Whoa! Why would you
Guy,
film
Gamma Guy.
that? Why
I
would
know
you,
I said that I'm
Lucas?
Lucas.Tortellini at Instagram, but I'm also Gamma Guy official on Instagram.
What?
Wow.
I know.
That-
You know what's funny? We actually sort of outed you on the
Breaking
last
news.
episode on accident.
But
I forgot about that.
yeah, we made a web series for my little Instagram character, and it was awesome. Hayden was in it. He did a
Yay.
phenomenal job.
Honestly, you should be plugging us on
Honestly,
Yeah.
instead of the other way
I think I
around.
will be plugging you guys on my
Please.
That would be awesome. If you do that, though, I think it would be so fun. We should have Gamma Guy on the
Yeah.
podcast.
That would be
I do,
so
I
good.
do know. I run his Instagram, so I do know him.
You know
so-
him.
You
You
take
take
his
his pictures?
Pictures, I don't know. But yeah, that was good.
You have to be in character for an hour and a half
Yeah.
on a
God.
podcast.
Luckily, the character is just me.
Yeah.
But I also watched a movie. I watched a movie called Tampopo, and it's a very great movie. It's a Japanese movie. It came out in 1985, and it's a comedy about a woman who owns a Japanese shop, a ramen shop, who's trying to improve the quality of her ramen with the help of a truck driver. And all the while, you're getting little, I guess you could say, like slice of life moments of other people around the area, and they all have to do with food. And it's very funny. It's very sweet. It left me with such I don't know. It was just very sweet, and I remember it was like aw, the ending.
Heartwarming?
It was heartwarming.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was heartwarming. It was funny. It made me want to make more movies. It was great.
Yay.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Oh, yeah.
also, sorry if it looked like I was distracted during that. I had to sneeze, and I was trying to look at the sun to do that. So I was like,
We
I was
film
like,
outside.
wow, Adriana's so
I-
pensive right now.
no, I literally just like randomly just like looked off into the out the window
For
into
reference,
the distance.
I've
We-
been on my phone at this whole time.
For
not
reference,
even looking at other
We
people.
film on the beach, so
Yeah.
the sun is
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
available.
Yeah.
We record on the beach. We're not filming. yet.
Yes. And we need absolute serenity.
What if
Uh-huh.
what if we did? What if we? You think there's a podcast that talks
A
about
podcast,
manga
but outside.
that talks
beach.
Surely not.
on the beach?
Impossible.
Of course, podcast on the beach. We get
Beach cast.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're really close to a beach. We could probably go film an episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, one.
Yeah, we live in
San Francisco.
yeah. Well, Oakland, but we say San Francisco.
My week has been fine. What happened this week? Oh, I did some theater stuff, some children's theater stuff this week, which was super fun and very emotionally fulfilling, and I felt good and I felt like myself for the first time in a while.
I think you mentioned that last time.
Yeah,
right?
I
and,
think I mentioned
and
that I
did
was
you do?
about
Are
to
you?
do it.
How regular of a thing is that now?
It's a like
Oh, you were going to do it.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's like an as needed thing. It's like a week long process, and it's a very intensive process. We're like devising a bunch of children's theater in like the name of a week, in the span of a week. But it's kind of like you sign up for however many you would like to do. But it's theater, and I'm getting paid for it, and it's very emotionally fulfilling. Went to a psychiatrist for the first time in my whole dang life.
TMI.
Psychiatrist. That's like therapist. Like that's like the dad of therapists.
Yeah,
That's like the-
yeah. It's like the therapist who can give you drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They told me that I was actually 100% normal and okay,
Yes.
and there's nothing wrong with my brain at all.
Fuck
Good.
yes.
And we're
Yeah.
similar, so I take that as my diagnosis as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
now you
Yeah.
finally have no room to complain.
That's
baby.
right. That's right. I am just a. I'm not gonna. I was gonna get sad. I was gonna get sad for a second.
What if?
Hayden, we love you, and we're happy that you're doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if you found out that all your psychological problems like lived in your hair, so you could be free of them if you like shaved your
I
head?
wouldn't
Would
do
you
it.
do
I wouldn't do it.
Samson
I'd live.
Delilah
Yeah,
type
yeah,
situation.
yeah.
I would live with it. I
would live with- I also
I
would
couldn't
live-
do it. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I think actually that is the real world scenario for me.
Uh-huh.
But
I would try it out. It'd grow back.
yeah,
Yeah,
you would see
I
how
know
life
you've been
is.
thinking about this for how
I've been thinking about shaving
Bald
my head.
Josh. I would love to see bald Josh.
No, you wouldn't. I think I'd look terrible.
Yeah.
I
no,
could
I'm sorry,
imagine two people at this table bald.
All right.
And that's all I'll say.
You have to.
Sure, I think either of you two. I'm pointing at
Really?
Adriana and Josh. I think I could see y'all with like a buzz cut type situation, and I think it would be awesome.
Adriana, definitely me, dude. My head. I've said this famously. It's shaped like Dory from Finding Nemo.
I think if you grew a beard,
Heard you say that. Oh yeah, if you grew a beard.
I cannot. grow
that
a
isn't.
Just go ahead and grow a
neither.
beard.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I was
How
gonna
many-
say I thought I could imagine a hard trick without hair because that just seems like he could be like Uncle Fester in Adam's
Oh
Family.
my God.
Like, that feels like a role that he could play.
That's awesome.
Damn.
Yeah,
I
man,
would- I have-
you look kind of like Uncle Fest.
What? He's like a classic
No,
character.
I
like,
have
yeah.
said
bald head combined with Hayden's personality,
Yeah.
I definitely would draw that
right,
conclusion. Yeah.
I
Friar
said
Tuck.
it multiple times in my regular life, but I don't ever want to shave my head. However, if you're paying me to act and you tell me to shave my head, in an instant, I'll do it.
really?
I do
Yeah.
it. If you're
Oh,
paying me,
How much?
you're paying me well. All
But
right.
that's
No
temporary,
shit, but
that's a
anyone
temporary
would do
job.
that.
Right?
Yeah, but like, come on. Like, I mean, it's down to depend. I mean, like, if you're paying me and it's like a thing, you know,
Yeah.
I just feel like
for any casting directors.
my
out there.
hair is the hair is very like what your hair situation's got going on is so pivotal to what you just look like in general.
Yes.
And how you're
Yeah.
seen.
Hair
obviously.
controls your whole life.
It-
Yeah.
Yes. So if I were to go without it, I feel like I'd go from however nice people see me to a
Evil.
scary, evil piece of like people would not want to approach me. I would have to stop doing improv with y'all because I would turn everyone away.
I don't agree with that. I don't think.
My head is just I don't have the shape for it. I might
Should
do
we
it.
all
but I
shave
don't.
our heads?
Yeah.
I think so. See, because I'm worried because I've got like maybe 2 or less years left of hair. I think.
Your hair is not that bad.
I mean, I think it's just.
I wouldn't have guessed that. No.
Well, it's mostly that like there's a little bit of a recession going like with my hairline, but also on the top it is just like thinning just regularly.
Uh-huh.
And so I definitely don't want to be one of those people that's like walking around where you can like see their scalp from like the top of there. So once it gets to that point, I will just be getting rid of it all.
I've seen you with a buzz cut, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And you look great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bob,
You
Bob
rock a-
Clayton would
When
be
you said
awesome.
that, I was imagining the two people I can imagine are you and Hard Trick.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fuck
wow.
you.
Yeah, you've
What?
never seen my forehead, so how could you even tell? Like,
The secondary
There's a
head.
little
I
mouth.
legitimately.
Epitaphs up there.
There's a little like King Crimson mini head that's
I've seen you with a bald cap on.
True. Yeah, you've
So-
seen my forehead when.
I think
Yeah, like
Adriana would
cosplaying.
easily rock bald better than most of us at
I
this
don't
table.
know what. I don't think so.
You just have the head shape for it.
Honestly, I think the main reason I think because I have no like I don't think I really have an idea for people's head shapes. I think you mostly just seem like you would have a shaved head.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, like it would align with my other style, I guess.
You
Yeah.
would get that haircut at the liberal store. As the
Guys,
Right.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but whenever one of your friends makes a decisive change in their appearance, does it ever make you really mad?
Whoa!
Let me explain. I love when things stay the same all the time.
Oh,
and nothing
no, I
changes.
know.
And so
Yeah.
whenever something changes, I'm like, if you change your hair, does that mean you change how you feel about the people around you who hate me now?
That's basic. I think that literally is a line from Scott Pilgrim.
Oh, yeah,
where he's like, "Wait, if she changes her hair this much, surely she'll have no use for me."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I mean by that
funny.
is I'm normal. I think regular.
Can I get a
Yes.
haircut?
No. Yeah,
Okay.
you
Hey,
can.
be honest. Has anyone at this table ever had like a change in their appearance that made you irrationally angry?
No, never y'all. It was it was mostly like
Once I went down to a mustache, you were gonna kill me.
I was like I don't think it's that way anymore. I just remember in high school whenever someone like dyed their hair, I was like, "Oh my god."
One of my best friends got an undercut, which is fine on its own. But this friend, who I will not name, got a ribbed undercut.
What?
And
For
and
whose pleasure?
pleasure. Oh, damn.
but and I will say that, you know what? It was a bold choice. I'm glad she did it. I remember seeing that and white hot fury like grew in my stomach, and I was like, what is happening
But that's
to me?
because it was specifically that haircut.
Honestly,
yeah,
what-
I think that's
it wa-
what it is. If someone gets a haircut and it looks awesome, I'm like, oh, that's so cool. But if someone does a haircut that I think, or like does something where I'm like,
A questionable decision.
yeah, I'm like, how could you?
The
Why
thing
would
is,
you
though-
fuck with yourself?
No,
like
the
that?
thing is, it didn't even. It didn't.
You ruined yourself. Yeah, because I'm so scared to
Right.
like change. My hair is like.
Yeah.
My days are dependent on how good it looks. You know what I mean? So for someone to just decide like, I don't really need it anymore, I'm like, you're so free.
Yeah, I
And
guess
I'm shackled by
the
my
freest
hair,
man.
and my hair shackles me to the wall. It's a little shackle.
I think I was just. And then
We'll get there. We'll get
we'll
there.
get there.
Hold on.
I think for me, this was like my best friend. And so I
Yeah.
felt like maybe this reflected on me somehow. I don't know. The thing is, it didn't even look bad. It kind of, like, looking back, it kind of looked dope. But it was so out of the realm of her normal, like, she was always a very high and tight, like, well-kept,
Scarlett Johansson.
well-dressed
type.
person. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was always just like, where did this come from? Honestly, good for her.
Yeah, I remember my buddy in high school. He was like my best friend. He dyed his hair like, it was like blue or something, and he was like, it's lavender. And I was like, I don't even know if we can be friends anymore. Because now you are like cooler than me, and like,
Yeah.
What would y'all dye if you had to dye it a color? What color would you pick?
so not
Purple.
black, right?
Purple?
Silver.
No, I guess it could be black.
Because I like dyeing my
Oh
hair
yeah.
black.
Okay, let's say an unnatural color
Yeah,
then.
yeah. Okay, then cool.
Oh, wait, does silver count as an unnatural color?
No.
Fuck.
Like a silver
Like
with
a
a shine in
color
it.
rainbow.
Um,
Wait,
oh,
what?
damn.
I'm saying like if Josh went like silver, like not
Yeah.
like white, but like silver.
Yeah.
Silver,
That's-
I would do silver too.
No, that's yeah, no, but I'm talking about just like a color with substance.
Like-
Would it have to be like
Rainbow.
full like?
No.
Okay, then I would put in like sparses of green
Yeah, I
maybe.
Like
But-
the Joker.
Yeah, I cannot see myself with like full solid dyed hair. Like I
Right.
that's just
Me
not
neither.
Me.
I can't.
A dark blue, I think I maybe.
Yeah,
even
you
light
could
blue.
pull up a dark blue.
I'd go Neapolitan.
I go Great
Pink,
Divide.
white,
Yeah, great.
Honestly,
That's
that
actually
was
a
vanilla. Oh wait,
Yeah,
that's a
dude,
real
that's
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you could look.
I think
really
you could
cool
pull it
if
off.
you were.
Well, I'd have
You
to
look like a
dye-
JoJo.
I'd have to dye
Yeah.
half my head light brown because my hair is jet black.
That's awesome. By
yeah.
the way,
Right, yeah.
What do you
Having jet black hair.
Yeah.
No, it's amazing. I
Yeah.
I don't take it for
I was,
granted.
I was talking to Josh about this. I had a friend in high school who this guy, a different friend. I thought he was, guys, I'm sorry for this random guy who won't ever listen to this. He was so lame. We all
Aw.
knew it, but he had the coolest hair that you'd ever seen in
You
your
did have cool
entire
hair for
life.
what you showed
That's
me.
always
And
the
it-
way it goes.
He had a this is crazy. He had a natural pompadour.
The worst people.
Like his hair,
Whoa.
he
They
would wake
blessed
up
with the
with
best
like
hair.
Josuke level pompadour.
That's
And he
crazy.
had perfect jet black hair and an amazing hairline. And I was
Wow.
like, damn, could you like be less lame?
It's like
I'm really
appreciate your
nice
hair.
in real life, and I'm really
Yeah.
kind.
Hee-hee.
That was Gamma Guy taking over.
It was.
I've been thinking about dyeing the white strips I have red, but then I was like, no. But I kind of want to do like a layer, like the bottom layer of my bangs red, like an underneath
cool.
moment.
Yeah.
That'd be
I have
cool.
never seen Adriana not rock like a new color. I've seen them do a lot of colors.
I think colors are good. Haircuts are
Most of the haircuts you had have been
questionable.
great. There was one I remember that was fucking crazy.
That wasn't even my choice. Anyway, yeah.
Because you've got the little things that you can turn into horns. You should get red, but in the back of your head and have little devil horns.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah. Oh, it'd be hard to style from backwards, but yeah.
All right. I didn't even say how my week went, but
Me neither. I don't care though.
I don't care either. I went to IKEA recently. I tried their meatballs. They were fine. They were pretty good.
Did you get anything at IKEA?
No.
Wait,
I'm sorry.
was it
that
the
was
Round
rude.
Rock IKEA?
That was rude.
Meatballs.
Huh?
Was it the Round Rock IKEA?
Yeah.
You were right by my childhood home, like
Whoa.
5 minutes away.
Well,
road trip.
we're going
Wait, sorry.
back.
Did you say they were good or no?
They were pretty good.
Yeah.
But they just taste like slightly less Italian meatballs.
Well, I've heard
Well, they're
that.
Swedish.
I've
It's just barely north of Italy.
I've heard that the Swedish meatballs at IKEA are not actually. It's like a psychological trick because you just spent 3 hours wandering through a store and
With all these words.
and you'll just anything you eat is just like
Swedish flavor.
saving grace. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, do we want to move on to our first?
Speaking of
Speaking
meatball.
of Europe,
Speaking
Yeah.
of meatball in the Europe in the
Italy,
Mamma
speaking
mia.
of Italy.
well,
Oh my god.
Hey, Clayton.
What?
You watched
No.
7
Whoa.
episodes of
Jojo.
JoJo's Golden
Bizarre.
Adventure Wind.
Golden
Whoa.
So
Adventure.
how was it? How was it?
These episodes were great.
Mm-hmm.
So many good, cool things. A lot of big stuff. Narancia got an awesome fight. It was a really good fight.
Yeah.
Trish got a stand.
Yeah.
Notorious B.I.G. is my favorite character in all of the episodes.
You mean Carne, his stand user?
Yes, of course. He goes
And gets shot
and
in
then
the
gets
fucking
blown
head.
to Kingdom. Did he know that was going to happen?
I
Or
have
is he
no
just
idea.
stupid?
I think he knew.
What I'm wondering
he
is,
had like a manifestation of his stand for a
Yeah.
moment
Yeah.
right before he died. So I don't know if he. I don't know if he
This
knew
is
that
just
he
an
was his-
accident.
you know,
maybe
people,
his. Well, go ahead.
people do like to joke like, the boss was like, "What's your power? I die. You're hired."
Yeah.
Like, but he did. You know, I like to think that maybe his stand he could control it, but it has an extra feature that if he dies, it still finishes the job.
Because his stand was just a big pile of meat, which is what his name means. It's just like
Carne.
It's meat.
Yeah.
It's just meat guy who makes
Meat guy.
makes his meat attack people.
Yeah.
How much would the boss have to pay you for you to kill
To
yourself?
What? Not infinite? Because I never use it.
Because you got to
I could
assume he
give it
got
to
a
my
big
family.
payout for that, right? Like he didn't just kill himself for no reason.
What do you mean he
didn't-
got a big payout?
He didn't kill himself. He went there trying to fight them. I
He
think.
was just so
He
confident.
was so yeah, that's
He
the
was
thing.
so confident.
He had to know he was gonna get shot because when he saw
Right.
Mista pull his gun out and warn him, he just kept walking. He went.
He didn't do anything.
He
Or-
really didn't do anything.
Maybe Carne was the stand and the user was Notorious B.I.G. the whole time.
That wouldn't change anything. Actually.
No, it would. It would.
There's got to be some sort of explanation because this is something that I often forget about, like the fact that he just dies. What if he's not dead or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
Maybe.
it's
A
just
lot of it-
because if-
Giorno checked his. He literally
fuck.
checked his life energy and
then-
was like,
then
"He's dead."
This is
completely.
the weird. I'm sorry. This like JoJo's is a weird everything.
Bizarre.
This is
Bizarre.
yeah, it's very bizarre. This is the weirdest like thing to just have a guy
Like,
know
to
that
make
he
make
has to
sense.
be killed
Yeah.
for his stand to activate.
Maybe-
To a certain extent,
We
he's
haven't-
not like fully dead because like this, if the stand is your soul, right?
He is.
He's like a vengeful ghost that can't be like gotten rid of, right? So he's to some extent still around because his
But
stand
to
still exists.
give up your human life, though,
It just
that's
doesn't make any sense.
Did
but-
you look in his eyes? He didn't
exactly.
care.
That's
didn't
that's
have a
my
life.
that's my theory.
Honestly,
is
he-
that
That.
is that like we don't know his life. Like he could have been like he literally could have been made to believe that he had nothing left to live for by the boss, or he could have like lied to him and be like, if you go, Mista's gonna try to shoot you, but don't worry, I got a sniper, so
I'm
like
gonna
I
delete
got you.
the bullet.
Right, exactly. I'll protect you. Just keep walking. Or maybe there was another stand guy who hypnotizes people.
I
Who
like
know
to
anything
think
could happen.
that he is not Passione affiliated at all. He's just a guy. He's just a guy that had a stand and walked onto a tarmac.
I think that he looked at his fit in the mirror and was like, "All right, today's the day." I was
I
like,
can't
he's
fucking
the
do it.
ugly.
This time I'm really gonna do
He
it.
really is.
This time, really gonna do.
He's kind of the ugliest JoJo character we've seen in a while.
What?
But in the
a
hot
while.
way.
He was awesome.
Him and
His face I
I'm so
hate
sad
so
we never got
much.
to see him and like Pesci in the same
I
shot.
know.
Right? Yeah.
Pesci looks like Brad Pitt next to this guy.
You think they have? Okay, this is going to be really specific. Do you guys know those YouTube edits that people make of shipping two completely separate
Yeah,
movie
yeah,
Disney,
yeah.
Disney
characters,
characters and then
like
yes.
the princes from the Disney movies? Yeah. So someone can make that with Carne and Pesci.
That would be really funny.
Yeah.
That
I
is
just saw
thing
one
that
of,
could happen.
Of Mario and Fix It Felix, and it is the funniest fucking video I've ever seen.
That's awesome.
But Clayton,
Yeah.
How'd you feel about? Sorry, continue with your thoughts.
Right. I think at that point I was just going through and then the third thing was King Crimson goes crazy.
Yeah.
He does.
And Metallica. But first of all, Talking Heads and
Yeah.
what is
Clash.
it? Clash?
Clash, yeah.
Yeah. Both really cool stands. On their own, I think you said this, Josh. They do kind of feel like part 3 stands, but the episode is still very interesting and very cool. And it's a great fight. Poor fucking Narancia
Poor
as the worst
Narancia.
day ever.
Yeah.
Narancia is not doing well.
No.
This was my first time seeing the Talking Heads and Clash fight.
What? Really? I thought you
yeah.
watched part 5. all the
I
way.
had watched part 5, but I was watching part 5 as it was premiering.
Yeah.
And after we got to like the traitor moment, there was a gap in the release schedule, and I was so on board with part 5 that I read ahead in the manga. And then when the anime started coming out again, I just didn't really, at that point, just didn't care about watching it. And so the Clash, the Talking Heads, and I believe
Notorious B.I.G.
a little bit of Notorious B.I.G. I think I don't know. But I know this is my first time watching those two fights, which was cool. It was really cool to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's also like, I just really liked the Narancia moment after like his decision to join them and stuff. It was just very, I just liked that moment where it's like his inner monologue about like, man, I can't believe I did this. You know, it's just like a little insight to his thoughts.
Yeah. He fights 2 stand users.
Yeah. And they underestimate him. That's the whole thing.
Yeah. He fucking clowns on them.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we get
Kills both of them.
we get his stand cry.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He goes,
Vola, 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 vola. That's his stand cry. I think it's the only time you'll hear it. But
okay.
yeah, and it ends with vola le via, go flying. That's so sick. I love that moment so much.
Hell yeah.
He has a fucking shark chewing at his neck.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you think I'm just gonna like cower like a little baby boy? No, machine gun alert.
He goes and pisses in the toilet. Take
Like
that.
a big
Yeah.
boy.
You,
Like a big boy.
I don't even need to hold your damn hand to use the bathroom anymore. F you.
Yeah.
But these episodes were very fun. I would pass on both of them.
But
The
Come
guys
on.
are the standees.
Talking Heads,
This
The
stands.
stands,
Yeah.
yeah.
but Talking
Probably
Heads,
not better
man.
than good.
It can go anywhere.
Yeah, okay.
It can make your dick lie.
Yeah.
Also, we get we get their relationship, Squalo and Tiziano. We get their like.
What are you saying?
That's their name.
That's their names.
Yeah.
Squala.
Squala and
Gay people
Tiziano.
don't last more than 5 minutes of screen time
No.
in this show. They're out the door. But they're still cool. I enjoyed them. I said at one point that they seemed like they would walk like in equal step. Like, I'm gonna do a demonstration for the people on the podcast.
Like their inside legs are tied together.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
their outside,
yeah, that's a great way to put it.
They just got on the table, duplicated, and then showed us
Yes.
what he was
It
talking
was
about.
really impressive.
Yeah.
Right.
No big thing.
MBD.
But even though these episodes were very fun, still probably the least huge thing that happened, because the next fight we get Notorious B.I.G. Everybody's losing their fucking limbs. Giorno has no arms.
Giorno arm removal count is at
Yeah.
It's pretty high right now.
Yeah.
And then fucking Trish gets her stand. Spice Girl.
Oh yeah.
Did you like the review, the introduction, the moment? Yeah.
Yeah, Spice Girl was fucking awesome. No dinosaur, and I'm kind of pissed that Araki made the grass bending happen in a dinosaur footprint shape.
It was a big hand. It wasn't a dinosaur footprint, buddy.
With
Does
claws.
Spice Girl have a big hand
No.
or
No.
claws?
No, but it was 5 fingers is what I'm saying. Do dinosaurs have 5 fingers /
Nobody
toes?
knows.
Literally, there's no way to know.
Impossible.
They could have had just fleshy little fingers with no bones.
Yeah.
Hey, chill the fuck out, Clayton.
Whoa.
Whoa.
And now, now there's
Tension.
drama.
And now there's
right?
drama.
Now there's fucking drama.
I-
They're fighting,
now I'm not going to be
and
able to
they're
look at
punching
you
each
or
other
even
in
go
the
to
face.
sleep tonight because I'll be too pissed off.
Clayton and Josh sleep in the same bed.
Yeah.
It was nice to see Trish kind of come into her own a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had moments where she was just kind of like looking out that plane window. A plane in JoJo is never going to last long, but
Yeah.
she took a moment to look out that window and be like, they're all fighting for something. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to survive. What's the deal with that? And then Giorno leaves a little ladybug brooch that's turning into his hand, a replacement hand. And then by using it, he'll be able to heal people again. And it gives her a mission.
Yeah.
If you look carefully, Giorno just keeps giving people little missions. He did that with Narancia, too.
I was gonna say, yeah, he made them save him, basically.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, for
It was
both
awesome.
I mean, he didn't like do it on purpose.
What
but
did
Yeah.
he do for Narancia?
For Narancia, he was the one who
It's kinda guiding him.
He got himself captured by Clash.
Right. Okay.
And because and he was also the only one to figure out what was going on with Narancia. Also, he was the one who pointed out to go find the user and not keep fighting the stand. So he kind of gave up his own potential safety to do that. So
Yeah.
He throws himself in harm's way a bunch because
Yeah.
he trusts his little team.
I also love the moment in that episode where Mista walks into the kitchen where there's like a bunch of pots falling over and he sees a fish on the ground and he's like, the enemy!
was he wrong?
He was not wrong. He was not
Yeah.
wrong. It's just so funny that he immediately was like, that fish.
Oh my god.
well,
that moment where they have all the gas leak going in and Narancia's like, you think I can only shoot things? And he just flies his plane into the stand.
That was
I
Yeah, the
Right.
love that
propeller.
moment.
Yes.
Was awesome.
Also, Clash's design, the little shark thing.
It's so cool.
It's cool. I love it because it looks exactly like this. Actually, you're holding a bottle opener now. It's a bottle opener shaped like a fish that my family had that had those like
Whoa.
joints and like and stuff. And I swear if someone listening to this might have had this, because I talked to someone else about this and I was like, oh yeah, I had the same thought or whatever. But yeah, it's just like a fun little bottle opener that I don't know.
Araki does his research.
Yeah.
He loves Italy. Also, we didn't talk about a very important moment. Narancia and Mista kicking the shit out of a stranger.
Oh my god.
They're like
Yeah.
bothers him a little bit. He's like, "You're a fucking stand user." And then Abakio looks at it, takes a sip of his wine, and then cut to him also kicking the shit out of that guy. Beautiful, important canon moment.
This is kind of related to what you were saying about Clash. There is a transformer that I really wanted as a kid called Skybite, and he's a shark, and it looks like, I don't know, I think it looks kind of like Clash. That's how I imagine
Oh,
Clash
yeah,
in my
yeah.
head when we could only see like
Yeah.
Rocky totally bit off Transformers. That's so.
True.
Honestly, that ruined my night.
Honestly, I'm gotta go home now.
I think it's interesting. We don't even get a glimpse in these episodes of Fugo.
Nope.
No,
Not even a little looky-loo at him.
He baked his cake and now he's eating. What's the saying? What's the
Had
saying?
his cake?
No, not that one. I'm
it's
mixing
the
two up.
opposite of having your
He-
cake and eat.
He made his bed.
He made his
Now
bed.
he's
Now,
lying it.
now he's got to
Yes.
sleep in that motherfucker.
He
Made his bed,
cake.
and now he has to eat it.
Yeah. So sorry.
Yeah.
Spice Girls is another talking stand. I forgot
Right.
that it
Yeah.
had the whole
Sentient
moment where
stand.
it talks to Trish.
It's so cool. I love like the ambiance of that moment
Oh,
and the
yeah.
and the voice and
Yeah.
this is very
Absolutely.
There's a lot of cool music in that too.
Trish's
theme.
is
Yeah.
fantastic.
It's
yeah.
so good. Listen to it on its own. The
Maybe.
Part 5 soundtrack is so
yeah,
unbelievably good.
agree. I was listening to Trish's theme in my car one time and I almost crashed my car. That's how hype it is.
Yeah. It's called Philia,
Philia. Mm-hmm.
meaning daughter.
Yeah.
Okay.
in Italian. Yeah, and then Notorious B.I.G. is doomed to become a sea monster in the Tyrrhenian Sea.
Becomes a fucking kraken.
It is
Yeah.
literally invincible.
Yeah.
It is invulnerable. It cannot be killed.
Pretty crazy.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Pass.
Are you sure?
Smash Spice Girls.
Smash
Of
Yeah.
course.
Weird.
It wasn't even a hard choice for you.
No.
Weird.
You gotta make some.
Most of the humanoid ones, like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when it gets to part 5, they're like, okay, we need to make them not terrible to look at.
Make them hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
that damn thing hot.
there's really not a bad looking. Like, there's all the part 5 main cast stands are very aesthetically pleasing.
Aerosmith.
Yeah, no, I'll say it. I think
I
that
fucked the shit out of that little plane.
I'm talking. I'm talking about just aesthetics. I'm not talking about like sexually.
Okay, yeah.
But sexually.
Yeah, get the propellers in
There's
there.
a little guy in that plane. He could probably
Yeah, there
run
is.
around in your
You can
urethra.
see the silhouette of a little guy
Can
in
you-
Aerosmith.
Can you imagine if, like, this whole time, like, one day, Narancia just, like, lands the plane, and it's just never been landed long enough for the little guy to come out.
Yeah.
And, like, everyone's just, like, looking at the like, they're just, like, having lunch or something, and a little guy walks out, and they both, everyone's just speechless.
Yeah.
Everyone's
It's like
just
Bad
That little guy gets
Company.
out, and it's number 4. It's number 4.
yes! Oh my god!
Oh my God! It's Sex Pistol number 4.
Dude,
He
That'd be
gave it to
crazy.
Narancia.
that's so
Um,
funny.
Before Narancia Stan just sat on the ground and didn't do anything. Narancia put his hand in the plane and pressed him up.
Funny enough, so yeah, there is. If you look closely, I don't know if you've seen it. There is a little silhouette of a pilot in Aerosmith. Rocky
Whoa.
officially gave it the name Mr. Smith.
Whoa, that's
I
awesome.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's cool. And
Should have called it Steven Tyler.
Yeah. I saw
Oh,
Steven
shit,
Tyler
you're
in
right.
person one time.
That's genuinely so scary.
Right? It was scary. He was wearing like a really fluffy white coat, and he just like walked past me on the streets of Chicago. That's where I saw him.
Damn.
yeah.
I don't think
Hi-
I would
hi,
recognize
Steven.
him.
We know. Yeah, we know.
Oh,
Steven
oh
Tyler.
there was like a crowd of people trying to get his attention. Yeah.
And there was
I
a
don't
big,
think I know
a
who
big
Steven
Skittles
Tyler is.
painting of him.
Lead singer Aerosmith.
Wait. So hold on. Wait. Isn't he he has a very recognizable face though.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
still just like
Oh,
I
that
assume
guy.
Yeah,
I haven't
you know,
seen a
from
recent
Polar
picture of him,
Express.
but I have to assume that it is like because he looked scary when he was young,
Yeah.
and I have to assume that it's not.
Don't
Right.
worry. He's
I'm gonna look up
worse.
Steven Tyler 2024.
Oh, boy.
No, don't.
I'm sorry, guys. Don't be rude. He's
Oh,
listening.
I
to
had that
this.
age picture
Mr.
pulled
Tyler,
up on
I'm
my
so
phone
sorry.
still.
I
The
will-
what? We can't.
Big fan. Yeah, keep it
Hey, we
safe.
have to get.
Hey,
we
hold
keep
up,
teasing
hold up,
this ace
hold up.
picture. We have to get to that later.
Yeah,
If,
we'll
you,
get-
if you
Start
know,
talking
you
about-
know.
about the real meat and potatoes of this batch.
Yeah.
The reason I'm here today.
Yeah.
Risotto.
Doppio.
Risotto
V.
v.
Doppio.
Okay, honestly,
He's still on Steven Tyler.
yeah, I mean he honestly looks pretty much the same
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah. Clayton, focus.
I'm
Get up.
focused.
Always on that damn.
Always
that
on
picture?
that damn phone. boy.
Yeah. What of it?
And put your damn shirt
well,
back
so
on.
Steven Tyler kills Risotto, unfortunately.
Kills
Yeah.
risotto.
Yeah. And Risotto, I love Risotto.
Yeah.
Risotto's awesome.
Cool.
He's my favorite member of Passion. Well,
I also love
I think he's my favorite member of Passione.
Is he?
Maybe
Of
prosciutto.
Passione?
I mean, of
Squadra.
the Squadra.
Oh, same here.
I think maybe honestly, prosciutto might be my
Prosciutto's really cool. though.
prosciutto might be my favorite. Clayton, but you're the man of the hour.
That's true.
What did you feel about these 3 episodes?
They were so cool. Doppio is very fun.
Uh-huh.
I'm interested to see if we're gonna get more of an explanation for why the boss has like a split personality and what the deal with Doppio is. Seemingly, maybe Doppio is like the younger version of himself, and I guess maybe the boss is erasing the time within himself. He's de-aging himself to become young him again.
I think, okay.
Wow,
That's interesting.
that's an interesting way to look at it.
But I mean, yeah, okay. never
I
mind.
have a theory because I'll be honest.
Uh-huh.
The boss is going to be a figure. While you'll learn more about him, there's still a lot of mystery surrounding him, and that is, I think, very purposeful.
Mm-hmm.
My theory is that Well, maybe I should save this for later, but I like to think that his stand manifested from. It's an ability that allows him to evade consequences, right? Allows him to take shortcuts. Much like the personality of the boss uses Doppio as a human shield, and that takes a lot of the damage of his fight, like in Risotto. So I like to think that the split personality that the boss has with Doppio is just like, because he's had it since, we've seen his backstory. We've had it since he was like relatively young. That is just like an indicator of his personality and his methods, right? He uses other people and he uses shortcuts to skip to the result, manifesting in thus King Crimson's ability.
Yes. Okay. Works for me.
Yeah.
But I thought the fight was awesome. Metallica, very cool, gnarly stand.
I love how, like, kind of to a certain extent simple the stand becomes. Like, where it's just like, yeah, he just does magnets, but it is used so well and so effective, and not like any other form of like magnetism I've ever seen in media. You know?
Yeah. Rocky likes to take powers that are typically seen in the X-Men and then make them way more crazy.
Magneto does that, though. He
That's
does
true. Too much iron in your blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he doesn't turn it into cool razor blades.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Clayton brought up how he turns all that iron into super like detailed scalpels and razor blades with like logos on them.
Except
even
for the pins. They're like
The
needles.
yeah, but those already don't have.
Yeah, you're right.
Like
Not very detailed.
But there's so many of them, you know, instead of making just big spike. But it's like that makes so much sense for who Risotto is as a character.
Well, you know what it does is it
makes functioning scissors.
well it gets rid of the he's an assassin, right? It gets rid of the mystery. They're not looking for some killer who uses like these weird spikes, that can't be explained. It's like, oh, this guy just used a bunch of razor blades that he bought from the store. It's just some random,
that's true.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
That makes sense. But they fucking kill his ass.
Yeah.
Narancia gets him
Yeah. In
because
his moment.
the boss didn't have any oxygen going into his blood, so it was like he wasn't even breathing.
It was piss yellow. He had piss blood.
Yeah.
And then Risotto's like, but I'm not dying alone, and he gets himself shot again.
Yeah.
And he dies alone.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the first time that King Crimson is used, like
To its
on
full potential.
like for like that the first time that Doppio uses King Crimson, because he knew that he could see ahead, but that's basically it.
Yeah.
As well as seemingly the boss, like the ability there was different, at least, than the one I had been understanding, which is I had thought that whenever the boss used his like erase time ability, he was making the time still happen, but he could just change what happens to him inside of it.
Yeah.
But in this, he seemingly erased this time from ever happening and just skipped to the results of it, such that he did not get shot.
That is
by the bullets.
That is. It might have been presented differently, but that is exactly what was happening. Like when we first met the ability, the time no longer exists, and you can see that because Giorno, like, he's walking up the steps, and all of a sudden he's all the way up.
So, but we see in the time that gets erased, we see the boss like move out of the way.
I think that is just
A visual representation,
right. Like I think that maybe is just like to help you understand at first or something, but like when that move was used, it was just like inferred that he like didn't experience his person did not experience that time, therefore he didn't experience the bullets going through the air in that area.
Just skip to the moment where it went through that body into, because it was going to hit Risotto. He was destined to die from those bullets anyway. So
How are they going to get this motherfucker?
I know, right?
They have his
Exactly.
face now.
They do have
They got
an
his
outline
face
of his face.
in a rock.
In a rock.
Poor little Doppio.
Poor Moody Blues. The last thing he did
know.
was headbutt the shit out of a rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Let's talk about that.
A Bacchio.
Oh my gosh.
It's so
Second JoJo cry count for me. I
Damn.
was like bawling.
That
That
moment.
Yeah.
really got me this time around.
I'm surprised. These are without a doubt like my favorite group of people, and I still don't have quite a cry count from part
Yeah.
5.
It didn't get me the first time I watched it. I did not feel
Didn't get me
much.
either.
I also watched
Yeah.
it dubbed the first time I
Oh.
watched it.
Yeah.
Narancia's voice performance is so good.
Yeah.
Here.
Yes.
It's amazing.
When I did cry, that's always the part. I didn't cry this time, but the first time I also didn't cry. The second time watching it, I cried a whole bunch during that part, and it was Narancia that got me like sobbing. Because it's just so
It's the
sad.
switch up of him trying to be tough
Yeah.
to him like
or him
breaking
in
down.
denial.
Yeah. To him being like, I don't want to leave him here. Like that is really sad.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then Bruno biting his lip hard enough to bleed because he has to keep it together.
Oh, man.
Reminds
Even though
me
he
of a
can't
little
feel it.
One Piece moment. When Luffy when Luffy kicked Usopp off and
Oh, yeah.
he did that whole
That's
little moment. It
right.
was
In that
very
moment,
similar shots.
I
Yeah.
thought of this moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
He even says, "This is my fault." Like he
Yeah.
said,
Yeah.
yeah, sad.
Bacchio's death is so sudden. If you don't see it
Yeah.
coming, I did not see it
Hey,
coming.
this time around watching again, I didn't realize how much you see the back of Doppio's head.
Yes.
You do.
Yeah, I only thought he was there for the part where he's like, arigato,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But he's there the whole time.
He's there the
which is
whole
crazy.
time.
Clayton.
I was
Oh.
so bummed when you were telling us that you
Yes.
saw that because I knew it was coming up and it was just
Yeah.
like, oh, this moment is so impactful if you have no
Wait,
fucking
you'd
wish-
seen this already?
So what happened, Lucas, was that I was scrolling through TikTok, and I got I got a TikTok. If I'm not mistaken, what happens is somebody's like, my therapist, when my card declines at therapy, and then they open up a laptop, and it's all I saw. I saw that it was JoJo's and scrolled away, but I saw a Bacchio and a soccer ball and a tree with some kids around him.
No.
Right.
And so I was like, I know that something bad happens around
yeah.
this. And so then when I saw that and Bruno and Narancia were together and away from here, I was like, oh man. And then it was right before he got punctured. And I think that moment would have been crazy impactful.
Yeah.
You think that deflated kind of your experience with it?
I don't think emotionally, but I do wish that I got the like surprise of it.
You don't understand.
Yeah.
Like when you said that, we all had to give no reaction last episode when you were like, I saw this. I was dying inside. I wanted to kill someone when you said that. Because
Good
we
news
were
is-
so close.
I know so going forward, I really know so little about what is to come.
Yeah.
About part 5, I don't think I know anything.
I think
know,
there's
I
still
know,
going
it's-
to be some your jaw-dropping moments for you.
I think so
Yeah.
too.
Whole
Stay
horse?
off TikTok. Stay off TikTok.
Yeah.
Don't get on
Don't
TikTok
get
at
on
all.
TikTok.
Have you muted like the tags and stuff?
No.
You should.
Please do that.
Okay.
What were you gonna say, Hayden? Or just before? Or was that what you were gonna say?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what I was gonna say ever.
I think
I don't
that
remember.
just the way that it's animated, how he's punctured and you only see his face react to being like killed in that moment is so brutal.
It's so fast, and it's like it's so rare that we get fast moments in JoJo. Like so much JoJo. One of its big strengths is that it is like the way that the fights are paced. But every once in a while, when they're just like something happens in like the snap of a finger, and it happens in like 10 seconds, it's so good. It's
Yeah.
so good. Yeah. But no, I'm very happy that you do not know a lot because I knew. When I read part 5 for the first time, I unfortunately knew quite a bit of spoilers going into it, and I think it's very exciting knowing that you do not know anything.
I'm so happy
Nothing.
for you. I'm so happy for you that you don't have like you're not going to be waiting a large chunk of time to start any part because that is how you get spoiled.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, the amount of spoilers I got for parts 6, 7, and 8, especially 6, was abominable. Like,
From what?
It was a what?
huh?
From what? What did you get him from?
Never mind.
I got spoiled.
Yeah, I know, but for on like Instagram or
What? No. Just over time, waiting
Oh,
for
okay,
those,
okay.
because we made the mistake of just not reading them immediately.
I don't think that was the mistake, Josh. I think
I think Josh finds
mistake.
spoilers.
You got spoiled
I
for a
think-
lot of stuff too.
I
I think-
don't know about that
You
because
did.
a lot of times
You did.
I had to beat you up for leading me to a spoiler.
Yeah.
Josh is like a stand user, and the spoilers are like stand users.
My stand is that I attract all spoilers
You
towards
do.
me,
You have,
and then
you have
and then
fucking Epitaph.
and then I
Just-
deflect them out at other people.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
What did you think of Epitaph as like a little thing?
Yeah.
You notice that it's
It's a separate,
Ooh,
like it's a little. Epitaph was the thing that grew on his head.
Okay.
And it's like a little kind of. It's not King Crimson, but it's like a little seed of King Crimson that he
And
put
it's
in.
on-
I think
Yeah.
I interpreted that as Epitaph being the name of one of King Crimson's moves, like the way that he's
Yeah,
like,
basically.
here, have King Crimson's Epitaph.
Yeah.
Which allows him
But-
to see in the
That's
seconds
correct.
into the
Now I
future.
understand. He basically, yeah, the little thing there. That was really cool. I really enjoyed Doppio fighting.
yeah.
It was very interesting to have a very, very bold choice for a villain to be like, yeah, they actually have a little coward version of them that's going to go
Right.
get their ass kicked
Yes.
by the fucking little emo boy.
The way that
But
like
it's great because. Sorry, go ahead.
the way that like the separate journeys of the Bucciarati gang, the boss, and the remnants of the
La Squadra.
the La Squadra, like all come to a head in this episode is truly like masterful narrative.
yeah,
like,
when we first see
narrative structure.
Aerosmith
I was gonna
flying
say that
around.
same thing. Yeah.
So good.
Awesome.
Yeah. The sound, like when it like cuts to him and the sound gets loud. It's
Yeah, the way that Doppio eats a frog. The way that Doppio's talking on the phone with a frog.
Well, yeah. How do you feel about his little quirky little telephone?
It's
bit?
pretty great.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
By the time he ate a frog, that wasn't him though, right?
Yeah.
That was
He ate-
technically the boss eating that frog.
It
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
when he ate the frog.
Right.
Yeah.
Because at
he-
that point, yeah, he's that like King Crimson is fully using his abilities, and he's like walking around like, I need to be awesome over here now.
Yeah. Sorry to say my thoughts on Nabakio's death. This to me, one of the most impactful deaths up until this point. Probably the one that really shocked me the most. And yeah, it gets me every time when we actually see him like facing his demons in the afterlife.
Yeah.
The way that, and also the shot of him at the end where, first off, if you look, you'll see like when the sun is setting on the beach, you'll see like just a bunch of sunflowers that have now sprung up, and that's what Giorno grew to over his corpse. And now knowing that, it makes me really sad. And then it pans up and you see Abakio resting in the clouds. Takes me out every fucking time.
So,
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful
It's
shot.
so beautiful. It's beautiful in the manga, and it's very beautiful in the anime. Also, the music, the score is what really gets my tears going.
yeah, this score, I remember I listened to it so many times back in high school, like when this was coming out, that like I would like, I don't know, I just know it all the way through now. Like
Yeah.
that one is so memorable. It's really only used for this moment, I think.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
beautiful.
I think it's called La Strada Guista.
Yeah, the right path or something.
The right
La
path.
Strada Giusta. Is it
Oh.
Giu?
Yes.
Yeah. It means the right. Yeah, the right path. Sorry.
Wow, that's amazing.
I remember I looked that up back then too because I wanted to know.
Yeah, and the his old police partner is like,
Yeah.
no, you did well. The ones that will carry on, the ones who survived, are better off with what you did, and that's what matters. And you see the remnants of the gang.
I know you like
Walking
when big tough guys cry, and he did little howl. He broke.
did.
It was very sweet. I thought.
Yeah, I think it was a very nice moment. Also, in the first episode we did on Part 5, I made predictions
Right.
for who I thought would die.
Yep.
And I said I thought Abakio would die because he was already dressed for his funeral.
Yeah,
Which is such a
You called it.
burn.
I got it.
Oh man.
I got it.
You actually changed reality.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's my stand ability.
Please, for the love of God, going forward, unless you are really.
He couldn't have avoided it.
No. But just like for my own sanity, don't predict the deaths on the first episode.
Oh.
Like when we start the rest of the
Love it.
the rest of the parts.
I think it's funny too, but why? Because you can't react how you want, or
Yeah. And
okay.
also, I don't know. It just rubs me the wrong way. It's like, man, just get to know him first. You know?
I did. I loved Abakio.
Yeah.
I thought he was awesome.
I do love Abakio, and his kind of the end of his arc solidified in the afterlife is what makes him, for me, one of my favorite characters in Part 5.
Yeah. I really like Abakio. I think if anything bad happens to Mista or Narancia, I'm in trouble. That very, very much scares
like
me.
if Mista gets shot in the head again.
If Mista gets shot, I'd say he probably has about 60 bullets left that he can take, and then he's done for.
That's not many, you know.
Yeah.
That's not a lot.
Not for him.
Not for him.
That's
10
only,
clips,
I was going to
man.
say, that's only 10 of his reloads, which he does in 0.5 seconds.
Well, speaking of characters we love a bunch,
Kidding.
is it
Segue.
Is it time to start talking about a little bit of One Piece?
Monkey D. Luffy.
That's the name of the Treasure of the Grand Line.
That
One
yeah.
Piece. One Piece. One Piece.
Chopper's doctor.
Sanji's cooking.
Chopper's doctoring over there, and Luffy's over here.
Yeah.
And then everyone else, they're also
They went flying for 3 days and 3 nights.
They went flying all over the place.
And the time skip happened. It didn't happen.
Technically, it did. It did. A 3-day time
3
skip.
days
Yeah.
ahead.
That's
that was
right.
the time skip.
That would be so funny if that was the time skip.
I don't know what I was thinking. I think they're gonna go into a different reality or something.
Yeah, I thought they were going to a different reality.
Right. Okay, I wasn't the only one. All right.
Yeah, y'all was stupid for that, man.
Oh, and so you just knew, Josh?
Oh, wow. How'd you know, Josh?
Did you know?
Interesting.
Huh.
I didn't know.
This was crazy, you guys.
Yeah.
This was awesome.
Yeah.
Luffy lands.
Luffy.
He lands on a
Tall woman.
tall woman
Tall
island.
woman.
Tall
Island.
woman.
Amazon
Strong woman.
Lily.
Yeah.
He's like, wait, what are all these creatures? Women who have different faces? This is crazy. Oda decided,
I love that the first... Sorry, go ahead.
go. No, you go ahead.
I was going to say, I love that the first thing Luffy did when he fell into this strange island is got high on shrooms.
Literally.
Like, literally the
No, he was
first
like-
thing he does, he's just like, oh, happy shroom. Happy
Yeah.
mushroom.
Oh,
Well, and I think it serves an interesting point too, because Luffy, as we see for every crew member in this whole thing, we see why Luffy needs them, and Luffy, without Sanji, just starts eating random shit off the ground and almost dies.
Yep.
Yeah, it makes me wonder because he reminisces. He's like, brings me back to when I got thrown in the jungle
As a kid,
and then I was like, and then immediately he goes and gets poisoned almost to death, and I was like, wait, so how did you survive this the first time?
Yeah.
He's just strong. He just doesn't want to die.
I mean, I don't know if he would have walked off those mushrooms, but he definitely gets his dick pulled by Amazonians.
Yeah.
And it keeps
kind
growing.
of had a lot
Was
of fun with that
crazy.
little bit.
Yeah.
I thought it was
It was very funny.
really
Luffy,
funny.
That
I
was
realized
insane.
I realized the key to Luffy's strength. I'm completely okay with how strong he is. He has endless cock.
True.
That is how he does it.
Yeah.
Good for him, man. Good for him.
Yeah. I love how, like, I don't know, Oda's a good writer, and being able to just, like,
Well, imagine if I said that at this point.
being able to, like, I don't know, because it's like, I'm sure we all picked up that it was an island of only women,
Yeah.
but it was done just through the way that these characters spoke.
Uh-huh.
And I really enjoyed that, like, subtle way of not so subtle, but
Where
like
Luffy gets misgendered. You enjoyed that?
oh, that was
Wow.
You enjoyed
Wow.
that? And
Whoa.
you're an ally? And you
And what are you doing here? Even?
thank you guys so much for having me on. I won't be on again.
Guys, we
Oda-
can't do that bit again.
Oda loves to do that where at perfect example of a similar thing that was happening on Amazon Lily is we see on Amazon Lily, we see one of the snake sisters is using a form of hockey
Yeah.
where she is where she is predicting people's attacks and is able to predict their motions.
Luffy had precognition.
Skype?
We have seen that
Skypia?
before on Skypia, people who use something that they called mantra.
Whoa!
I was going to ask you if that was the same thing.
I was thinking back on Little Garden when Luffy was like, to figure out the real Mr. 3, he uses his instinct.
Interesting.
Instincts. Yeah, I thought about instincts too because the place was already reminding me
Nami's
of
weather.
Little Garden.
Does Nami have hockey? Nami can predict the weather.
Whoa, dude.
Holy shit.
And
I
she's on.
Oh my God,
and she's
Zoro
on-
knowing how to cut
Yes, yes.
I only thought about Luffy in this.
Zoro
instance.
knowing how to cut through what?
Anything.
That's
He
crazy.
listens. He hears they hear
shit.
voices and shit. I had this
so
thought in the
real.
shower.
Well, because we also get it's the introduction.
Usopp!
Of
I'm
also,
kidding.
like,
I don't know.
Usopp has
He's doing his sharpshooter thing.
Yeah.
he can see a mile away.
Yeah,
He can
that's
shoot
true.
a fucking mile away with a slingshot.
I want
That's
Usopp to be
Usopp.
powerless. I always
I
wanted
think
him
Yeah,
to
he needs to be
you're
like
right,
the Rock
you're
Lee.
right, you're
Like, he
right.
needs
The
to be
Sokka
freaking,
of
the
the
Krillin.
Yeah.
But we also got a lot of hockey stuff in this. Like it's something
lot.
that
You can surround arrows with it.
yeah, it's like it's a powered system, and there are different types of it. It's not just like one thing because Luffy has the super emperor.
Luffy has the like Supreme King
He has
hockey and
the midichlorian hockey, bro.
and the Supreme King Riz.
He does have this.
because Boa falls in love with him.
I
somehow.
love that.
That's
so much,
I-
especially. Sorry, because I really enjoyed Boa Hancock falling in love,
It was
just
awesome.
because it was like. At first, I was like, "Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna love this if she falls in love with like the one guy that just like doesn't like her." I was like, "I don't love that being."
Yeah.
it. But
He's noble.
It's so obvious that the reason she's in love with Luffy is just because he's Luffy and he is the person that he is, and he is a kind and protective person. And the moment where she was just like, "All right, Luffy, you can either come with me and I'll like get you off this island, or
Yeah.
I can save these 3 people," and not a moment's hesitation where he bows to her.
Right.
Yeah.
It-
She's basically makes him choose between you can get the chance to go save your brother or save these people. Sit on that. And he's not even like, "Oh shoot, well I'll do this." He says he's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
thank God. Yeah, I'll save these people."
Yeah.
Well, I don't
And
think he didn't know about Ace's predicament
Oh,
yet.
yeah, he
that
was
was
just-
just him wanting to get to his crew.
Well, he still go save his friend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like-
Still,
Yeah.
I think it was also not only I don't think it was just like who Luffy was that made that happen, but it was like the only person that she felt vulnerable with. I think
Yeah.
that's what triggered it.
Also,
Yeah.
she's like shirtless at some point and is like, "Luffy, you can come in." And it was like, "What? Why?"
Confirmation in my eyes of Arrow Ace Luffy. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
but she tried to turn him to stone,
Uh-huh.
and
He
it
made
just
this
didn't
face.
work. And literally, it was established how the way that she did that was by giving everyone a boner or something.
Uh-huh.
And
That even women who
Yeah.
have sexual thoughts, and they all do because
Yeah.
she's so gorgeous.
Yeah.
It just takes like the slightest hint to be able to turn them to stone.
Yeah.
Ace King, which means their love is doomed. She will never ever have Luffy
What are you talking about?
because he's Arrow 8.
Well, I mean, Ace is one thing, but Ace people can still be in relationships.
Well, yeah, but like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, yeah. You know what? I have a lot of things I need to reconsider.
I love Boa Hancock. a
She's
lot.
Yeah.
fucking
Her
awesome.
being
Pretty
like,
cool.
everyone will forgive me because I'm just so
Literally.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
She
kicks the
the
kid.
head bowing thing. Where
Uh-huh.
She is given-
looks down so far that she looks up.
She's given so much character and so many fun moments, and she's 31. And that is the one problem.
31?
She's 31 years old,
So what?
So
how-
people-
Okay,
Too
and
and Luffy's 17. So people, I could get over it, but I do wish that he just made her.
Why
just
are
one
you
of
acting
2
like
years
this
old.
is even in the realm of like a real thing as them together?
Because
Like-
other people have make up such a big fuss about it. That's
They
like
do?
If
Yeah.
you're whining about it, see me in the parking lot.
Wait, what are you talking?
Our address is
who is shipping Luffy and Boa, and B who is
me.
Okay.
No.
So
All
he's the
right.
problem.
I'm kidding.
I just didn't know. I don't think people are actually shipping them. That's
Bro.
that's my thing.
Some people are.
I'm sure there
Some people in this
there
room,
have to be
Josh?
people who are doing
No,
that.
I just.
I'm kidding.
There's discourse.
Yeah.
I really like the moment where they're fighting and Luffy covers up Sandersonia's back.
Yeah.
That was like, I
Yes.
think that was the first moment that made Hancock realize.
Yeah.
Like,
I really-
He's
something
like,
special.
what's on your back has nothing to do with this fight.
And I like
And
that.
Boa starts crying a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I really like how they tease that like it's all fake when he's like, wait, they keep calling their powers curses. Those are just devil fruit
Yes.
abilities.
Yeah.
And then we get the lore about the mark of the slave mark.
Yeah.
Right.
And how
Yeah.
and the Sun Riders.
The hoof
This-
of the celestial dragon.
Yeah.
So fucking.
And then Fisher fucking Tiger, who's awesome, who climbed the red line, which is like, I get it. It's
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's insane.
Yeah.
He attacked Maryjois, the Holy Land, by himself and freed thousands of slaves and started a pirate crew with them. He's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Their pirate crew, the fact that everybody who joins that pirate crew takes on the mark is fucking
So they don't
love
know.
that.
They don't
So
know who the
nobody
slaves
knows.
are. Yeah.
And we know
that
that
is a really cool. That's so cool. The fact that like turning something that was meant to make people feel like they were less than another race, turning it into like something to be proud of.
Yeah.
and something that everybody deserves. You
The fact
know?
that it was
really
peppered into Saboti when we see. Also, Hachi had that mark since the fucking first time we
Literally.
saw
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I got a cry count actually.
Wow.
The Boa explaining her backstory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just how terrible it. Like she made it seem really terrible. Like
And her being like,
Yeah.
I will never let anyone else
Yeah.
control me.
yeah.
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 Totally. But yeah, it was also like the type of hockey and stuff is just really crazy. And now I'm like, okay, who else? If someone, okay, Luffy having it, that's one thing. But like, okay, Luffy's not like, it's not like something that only one person has is the thing. So it's like, okay, I'm curious to know how many people have this, or like,
But
I guess
also,
how rare it is.
It seems like it's a skill that is like, regardless of who you are, is able to be developed. But it might be something that like, because like a lot of the Amazon Lily warriors used it, but we don't know if like
I'm talking about like the supreme.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think there's like hockey is probably something that anyone could learn to use.
Yeah.
But then there are like these different layers that you have to be like born with, which is
Yeah.
interesting.
Right.
We've seen the confirmed people who have used, and by the they call it Supreme King in this. I'm going to be referring to it as Conqueror's Hockey.
Oh, okay.
Because that is, I think, the most accurate translation and the one that just thematically fits into like what it represents.
Okay.
We've seen Luffy use it a little bit. Boa, we've not seen use it, but we've been told she has it. Shanks, we've seen use it.
Yeah.
And Rayleigh, we've seen use it.
Oh,
All a bunch of badasses.
that's what I was wondering was the hockey that Shanks and Rayleigh was using. It wasn't like specifically like it wasn't specified that it was that I guess I was wondering like what's the difference between just really 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 strong hockey and the Supreme King hockey or the Conqueror hockey.
Conqueror is specifically referring to the ability where people pass out.
Oh, okay.
Like when the people in the stadium started just passing out out of
Yeah.
nowhere, that's because Luffy was using same thing. Basically, the prime example is Shanks on the boat, and all of Whitebeard's crew just start clonking out.
Right.
There's also a type of, I don't know if this is similar or the same. There's a type of hockey that Sandersonia uses to nullify Luffy's gum ability.
Interesting.
Or
Really?
just to hit him, just to be able to do damage to him,
Uh-huh.
Do damage
which
to him.
seemingly we've gotten Garp and
Santamaru.
Santamaru, who both were
Right.
able to damage Luffy, which
Right.
seems like this is the way it that you have to use hockey to beat.
Yeah. Also, the way that it's set up, the premise of Boa is a warlord of the sea. She needs that title to protect her island, which is in the Calm Belt, by the way. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah. Crazy.
There are. I was literally just wondering if there were
There's
islands in the
Calm
Calm
Belt.
Belts, and that's what I thought. Wait, no, I thought that who was it? Who was it? The Brooks' old captain. That's where I thought he was. Okay, I was like, who did I think got sent to the column? Anyway.
Also, she's the Pirate Empress. We've heard the Pirate Empress get referred
Right.
to like a bunch.
And and now we have all 7 warlords introduced, and we saw that awesome cover.
Oh,
yeah.
But I was gonna say, the way that it sets up the title and the way that all the details of her warlord title, the importance of that to the Amazon Kingdom, the way that coincides with Ace's execution, and now Luffy showing up to this and using that as an opportunity to actually like break into Impel Down, really was beautiful setup. But also, it really seems like, given where all our boys were sent, that Kuma sent them to a specific place for specific reasons.
There's a headcanon that I am a big fan of, that Kuma, because he is a warlord and Boa is a warlord, that Kuma was like, he was set in all the Strahd's place, and he was just like, man, Boa, you're gonna fucking love this guy. And just gave her a little present.
That
Wait, but
is
does
so
Kuma?
funny.
I thought no one ever met, none of the warlords actually met Boa, or a lot of them have never met Boa.
Yeah, I don't.
She hates the world government.
Yeah, she mostly skirts her responsibilities as a warlord. I don't know if it has been said explicitly that I remember, but I didn't read this full chapter section. I don't know that they've met, but I just think it's funny.
Yeah.
I think that at least it's common knowledge that she's from that island, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have the agreement that they won't get any closer.
Yeah.
But also, seemingly, she just like murders anybody that gets close to her ship, and that one vice admiral was just barely able to fucking hold his own against his own horniness.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that too, and I enjoyed seeing Boa Hancock like ready to give up the title of things. She's like, I don't want to fucking fight the war.
She wasn't ready. She was just like, here's what's gonna happen. I'm so beautiful that I will, get what I want.
Yeah,
no
fucking
matter
forgiven.
what.
Yeah,
And that is what's happening.
But I don't know. Because we saw little glimpses of everybody else on their islands, and all of them were on islands that were very thematically relevant to their characters.
Nami's on
Weather Island.
I died when it was Brooke on that
on a seance.
like, satanic temple.
Oh, yeah.
Demon summoning island. Guys, I don't know about you guys, but when they were doing that little ritual and they were like, oh my god, well, it's definitely not here, I thought it was gonna be Chopper.
Me too.
I thought that would have been so funny.
I loved Frankie whenever he's like,
He taught them to dance.
You should put the pants on. And he's like, then how will everybody know how much
I'm a freak. I am. He's a self-proclaimed freak.
And
funny.
he's awesome.
And then he made everybody do the dance. Frankie,
Yeah.
I love.
So
love
it
Frankie.
seems like Nami is gonna learn more stuff
Nami's
about
on
weather.
Sky Island, right?
She's on a sky island.
Yeah.
Which was beautiful, by the way.
Yeah.
Brooke is gonna learn how to become a cult leader.
He's gonna bring an army with
Frankie
him.
is gonna learn more about mechanical,
Yeah.
Do we know where he
mechanical
is?
prowess. He's on a mechanical island. Yeah, he's on the island built by some fucking guy.
Do we say that guy's name?
I think they did. Hold on.
Or were you on?
Oh wait, yeah.
We did not see where Zoro and
Yeah, we did.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
Zoro
Gloomy Island.
is on the Perona Island.
That's right.
Yeah.
I
really
love that.
That was
As
you know, he fucking
Kuma's
hates that.
gift to Perona.
Is the guy's name Futureland Baltimore?
Sure.
What?
So apparently
Said
not.
mechanical island created by. It was kind of weird.
Yeah, I think let's skedaddle on from here. Where's
Okay.
Sanji?
Oh.
Let me tell you something.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah.
He's in the queendom.
There were
Yes.
some things I did not like about this, like some of the stuff in this batch. That was one of them. And then the other, just because we already talked about it, the other thing was how it's back to Boa, but how the illness that she was under, how it killed some of the past empresses or whatever. That was the only thing. Like, okay, yeah, like this is something that past empresses have dealt with, but the fact that it like they died from love sickness, it was a little bit like like those lists. Someone like compiled a list of everything that like women have died of in like old literature or something. It's like a door being slammed shut, not enough pillows, a man screaming no very loudly in the room. Like it reminded me of that. So not a fan. And then definitely not a fan of
Kamabaka Kingdom.
Is it Peachy Island? What was it called? Peachy Dream Island?
Yeah, there is. I think this is this island is probably the biggest travesty in One Piece, and I think it's something that Oda does a lot of work towards repairing in the future. But it's a big fucking bummer
because we had Bon Clay introduced,
Yeah.
who is back. Bon Clay's back. Excellent news. I'm so excited. But Bon Clay's introduced, and it was like, oh, this is kind of slay. Like this is kind of like doing some good work, and then we get this island. But
that happened before Bon Clay's introduction.
Yeah, exactly. And Bon Clay even said that there's like someone on that island.
No, I'm talking about Bon Clay being introduced as a gender fluid person to begin with.
Oh, yeah.
Giving like Oda kind of having some goodwill
yes.
with like progressive values, and then he does this. But
joke.
then he kind of sets up. Bon Clay's looking for the queen of drag queens.
He's looking for Mama Roo.
Yeah.
He's looking for
a drag queen,
and she's in prison.
Queen of drag. Y'all seen that?
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon's gonna like
queen.
A drag queen. A drag. So he's looking for her, and she's impaled down for I assume no other crime than serving. But. Yeah, the prison. Can we get to the prison, please?
Oh my gosh. You have no idea how long I've been waiting for this. Prison break arcs are always my favorite thing ever.
Yeah.
And this is so everything I wanted it
Did
to
you
be.
know about it before? Well, yeah, we talked about
I mean,
this.
I'd seen that there's an impulse down, but Buggy
Buggy is back. I saw
most amazing thing.
Here's what I'm gonna demonstrate what happened when I saw his
Josh is standing up.
when I saw his Jolly Roger, when I saw the clown Jolly Roger, I went I went like that.
Please don't slam the microphone on the
I slammed my microphone down when I did it. I couldn't quite do it because I forgot I had my headphones on. But went, and I jumped up 10 feet in the air.
So Josh did that, and he didn't even end up doing what he was trying
Yeah, he
to
just slammed the microphone on the table and stood up.
Stood up at a normal
Yeah, and I got caught on the headphones.
But yeah, Buggy back.
And he's
Mr.
fucking
3 back?
awesome.
And
And
I
then
don't
there's Mr.
give a
3,
shit about
that's
Mr.
cool,
3.
I
I guess
guess.
he's like,
Mr. 3 fucking rules.
but
Yes.
Croc is right there. We deeper in the prison.
Yeah.
We got Ace.
We got
Ace, and he's chained to the wall.
What?
Yay.
Like this?
Oh
This
my
guy?
God.
Clayton, describe what you're looking at on your
Clayton's
phone
showing
right
us
now.
a figure
Sure.
that he has in his room.
I found an alt version of it
What?
where he's using his powers.
No.
What?
Oh my
Fuck,
god.
hold on, I need to see.
His
That's
penis
why-
is turning to flame and shooting flame out,
That's
and
why-
also
What?
his little ass is leaking purple.
It's
It's fucking-
poison.
Why is that?
makes you go,
'cause-
makes you go.
'cause the
Mr.
poison.
Magellan was up in there.
That's
What is
horrible.
this?
Wait, what is
What is that?
Okay, I'm done now, guys.
Get that out of
Clayton's
here.
showing us a figure, a real life figure
Oh
of
my
naked Ace
Ace.
strapped to a wall with a cock ring on.
Mm-hmm.
It's really awesome.
Wow.
This was fun.
We got to show you the JoJo figures now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please do.
So yeah, the prison setup is insane. It's elaborate. Is there a problem?
I was just like, I was just such a non sequitur from
Lucas?
what I was just looking at with my eyes.
I'm looking at this figure. Ace has got a big old grin on his face.
I looked
is
over
horrendous.
at Lucas's phone for just a second as he pulled it out and just saw him googling naked Ace figure.
Yeah.
And you said you were having a hard time finding it. It was the first thing that popped up.
I think because mine were, I could find it a bunch, but only censor.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's because instead of typing in what you typed in, Clayton typed in my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it took him a while.
Yeah, but no, down there with Ace and his naked little dick is we got Croc. I'm so excited that Croc's fucking around back there.
And we finally meet Jimbei.
Who is a Whitebeard stan. He loves Whitebeard.
Well, Whitebeard
refused to fight him.
Refused to fight.
Locked him up. Threw away the key.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Jimbei seems really fucking awesome. He seems like he has a lot of like morals and ethics. And also, we learn more about how Whitebeard might actually be a stand-up guy.
Yeah. And
Perhaps.
how Ace views him as his father.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
God.
Oh my god.
Can we talk about
a little bit of Ace
Gorp?
backstory?
We talk about Garp. Can we talk about Garp?
Just really quick I just think that recontextualizes Ace wanting Luffy to join Whitebeard and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Because
Portgas is his mom's maiden name.
Right. Yeah.
That is, I was like, damn.
He doesn't even want the name
Yeah.
that his brother had.
Monkey.
Mm-hmm.
Monkey.
But you were saying about
I thought it was really awesome how Sengoku, the fleet admiral's freaking out about all this shit going down. He's like, we need eyes on Whitebeard, and now we got fucking Luffy running around and shit. And then Garp is just like, I love that boy. Yeah. And Garp he is a free agent. He just walks up. He just walks up to Ace's cell. Has a big old combo with him, and we learn a lot about them. But also, I just like that it did remind me of the beginning of part 3 a bit, with Grandpa Joseph
Oh my
walking up to
God.
Jotaro in the prison.
That's
Yeah.
so funny.
But what do we think about Garp is currently on the side that is trying to execute Mr.
That makes me really
Portgas
upset.
the Ace?
Maybe he thinks that there's no way that they're actually going to execute them.
That's
Because
what it seems.
maybe it is a fake out. Maybe they know that they're bluffing. Like the government's bluffing about killing Ace because
Like
they
they're
know.
just trying to get Whitebeard?
They're more like they know that it will be an insane inconvenience to have Whitebeard that against it. I don't know, that literal war would start. And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
I feel like with the way Garp's character has been established for me and what he's done, it does not surprise me that he will follow this order. That he is not going to try. Like, he is on the side of his nephew or his grandson being executed just because in his mind, Garp gave him the opportunity to not be this. Like, he was like, I tried to raise you to be a good Navyman. You chose to not do this, you know?
I feel like I've been getting the vibes from Garp that putting his, grandsons in danger is not like, oh, I think you're gonna die. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you might die, sure, but like,
It'll make you stronger.
right. So I feel like it's not in his head that, oh, Ace will die. I think this is just another leaving Ace in the jungle type situation for him.
Sure.
That's how I see it, kind of. Where it's not like, oh yeah, sure, no problem, killing my grandson, whatever. But
I just don't think he's going to try to stop it at all.
Yeah,
is what I'm saying.
right.
Like, I don't think that Garp is the type of person that is going to try to intervene at all, and would probably work to stop Luffy from doing that. I don't know.
I have a big question.
Yeah.
Why the fuck does the Navy want to start a war with Whitebeard right now?
I don't
Of all
know.
times.
It is quite interesting. The Navy's gonna fucking execute Ace publicly, which is like, if they really thought it was that much of a thing, they could just kill him privately.
Yeah.
They're willing to start a war with Whitebeard, who I believe has been referred to several times so far as the strongest man in the world.
Yeah. The king of the seas.
But it's not. I don't think it's only with Whitebeard, because they said it would be the 7 warlords of the sea versus the 4. What are their names?
I think they said versus Whitebeard.
Yeah, just versus Whitebeard.
What?
Yeah,
No.
not the 4 emperors.
I swear there was some panel where no one definitively said this, but it was just implied. It was just an implication. They were like, oh, what that would mean is basically these 4 guys versus the 7 warlords of the sea. It would be like that.
I think because it's been mentioned a couple
Could've
times.
sworn.
Doflamingo said it, as well as I think Neon said it, that it would be the 7 warlords fighting against Whitebeard. And I'll just tell you, the 4 emperors are not aligned.
Yeah,
The emperors are enemies for the most part.
Right. No, I knew that. Maybe I'm just misremembering. Like I thought it was just this one quote that I was like super vivid in my head, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know, Josh. To your point of like why it's like I feel like from the beginning we've had a lot of like anytime the world government is like talked about what they're planning, it's like they're trying to end the age of pirates.
Yeah.
And I assume that they're doing this now because like if they can get Whitebeard, and I'm sure with like all the pacifista stuff that they've got fucking shit up their sleeve. It seems like they're trying to goad Whitebeard to it, attacking on their turf so that they can use whatever they have. And it's like, if you take out Whitebeard, that's like, I mean, honestly, you should start with like the biggest one, because like if you, the world government wants that element of surprise, and then like everybody else is gonna scatter. You know, it just seems like it's just on their goal of eliminating the age of pirates.
Yeah.
Maybe Vegapunk, their head scientist, cooked up some real insane shit that they're like, now's the time to pick a fight.
And they need to be provoked for publicity's sake. Yeah.
But this was really crazy seeing Ace function without a crew for the first time in a while.
Are you talking about Luffy?
Luffy functioned without a crew for the first time in a while, and the part where he makes the decision to be like, I'm sorry, guys, and you see all of his best friends just smiling, like, and he's like, I gotta go save my brother. Also, Ace, the last thing we read, Ace still does not want Luffy to come down and save him, but I'm thinking this is now more out of he thinks Luffy's gonna eat shit and die.
Things are like Neon gives him a warrant. Like when he's first making that decision, she's like, the situation you're going to is like, because this is Luffy has like fought warlords and all, but this is a war involving the entire world government and all of the warlords fighting an emperor of the sea and his army. This is like nothing like any. Luffy has not even tasted like a fraction of this kind of chaos. He has never been in a situation like this, and it's very scary.
True. Impel Down's been crazy though.
I wonder if they're ever gonna get to the new world.
That Buggy just keeps by chance getting dragged deeper into the prison, and Luffy is just like, yeah, you said you wanted to help, right? I fucking love it.
I knew that thing on his arm was something. I knew it was. I was like, why did he? Even after his outfit change, why does he still have that and not the rest? You know?
And I love how Buggy and Mr. 3 are touched by Luffy's sincere like appreciation of them, and are like, it hurts, but we're gonna betray your dumbass. But it hurts.
Right.
Buggy looks great with a ponytail. I'll say it.
He looks so cool.
He looks awesome. He got a bit of he got a bit of a pump cover going on though, like because he looks like a little twink right now, and he used to have like I don't know more of a build.
Well, he used to be wearing more clothes.
True.
Yeah, I think this is pretty consistent with his usual size. Just a lot of time he wears very like big puffy outfits.
Yeah.
To me, his body has always looked like the walk signal sign guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, like cartoon. He's just he's a cartoon. He's pixels.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's not real. He doesn't just pixels.
Magellan, the warden.
Diarrhea man.
Mr. Diarrhea Poopy Pants. Yes.
His fucking power with the big like
that was
purple
awesome.
thing,
That
the
was
big
awesome.
poison boy.
Yeah.
Everything about him is toxic.
Yeah.
Even
yeah.
I have really enjoyed meeting a lot of the wardens and officers of this place. Can we talk about Chief Sadie?
Who?
I don't remember that. I gotta be honest. I'm bummed I didn't get to read all these chapters. Who's Chief Sadie?
Chief Sadie is the sadist chief.
Oh.
Okay.
The one with the bangs and
The red hair girl with the red outfit.
yeah,
Who? Yeah.
crazy stuff.
So all the goodwill that Oda works up, he always finds a way to dash your hope.
Honestly, the Amazon Lily arc was like barely there. I mean, they're still all wearing bikinis. So
It's been done before.
Yeah.
The whole
Yeah.
this society of women are so powerful,
Yeah.
and look
And
how great they are without men, and the
they're
one
very
man,
naked for some
right?
reason.
But then the one man who comes into their society beats them all. Huh?
Yeah.
Well, weird.
And is also more morally correct than all of them.
Right.
They're all-
Boom.
They're actually all left up. They're all
Yeah.
left
yeah,
up. I did love the buggy ball moment.
muggy ball.
Buggy
Buggy
ball.
being like,
That shit
What?
exploded.
remember my special ability, the buggy ball. And
Yeah.
Luffy's like, no. And then it's just a panel of
That
Buggy
was
looking
fantastic.
like really upset.
The-
Not even angry. He
the-
just looks like
The nuance,
So
the
sad.
emotion, the
eyes.
nuance of that one, of just those lines of ink.
it added like
Just-
20 years onto his life.
I think that Buggy and Luffy are like Batman and the Joker, and I won't
yeah.
elaborate anymore further.
Well, I think it's very fun because I think
I
that
love-
Buggy is like my greatest nemesis,
Right.
the Straw Hat, and Luffy's like, wait, I can't remember. Are we friends?
Yeah.
Or-
It's like I like that when they see each other, Buggy flips his shit. Like they're running from Minotaur together. He's like, "How are you here?" And he goes, "Oh, hey, Buggy."
Yeah.
Literally.
Oh, look, it's Buggy.
Oh, hey, Buggy.
that
I
was-
hope Buggy joins the crew. At least for like 15 pages.
I honestly,
One
here's what I'll
chapter.
say. I am still, there's a part of me that's still, in modern day One Piece, is like, I think it could happen.
He's like, maybe he'll get a Vivi treatment.
Uh-huh.
That's like Jobin Truthers. Sorry, only that was.
Oh my God.
Sorry, that was something only.
JoJo Land's chapter 11, Jobin meme rising up.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
You don't even know.
I don't even know.
We will get there.
Anyway,
Spoiler.
no spoiler. Name.
No, they're definitely.
But yeah, they get. Let's see. We end with them being in level 3, level 4. They're going
Dropping
into
down
level
to
4. Yeah, dropping into level.
They are in
4.
Christian hell. That's the other
Big
thing.
action.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my
Let's also talk
god.
about how much more brutal this got. There's a lot of blood in these chapters, but
Oh,
there's
yeah.
a specific moment where the Minotaur hits Mr.
Yes.
2 with a spiked axe, and it's like the most painful looking thing that I've seen in this whole fucking series.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's getting very brutal.
Yeah.
The Crimson Forest or whatever
That
it's
was-
called.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was crazy.
Yeah.
Although I loved how
Buggy just
Buggy was the
flying
perfect
over.
guy to like
Yeah.
evade the spikes. Also,
Sorry, go ahead.
no, you go. You go.
Just when Bon Clay meeting up with Luffy, and he disguises himself as Zoro.
That
Just
was-
Yeah,
to-
what did y'all think?
Just for fun. And, no, literally,
Not even
my
for a
reaction
second.
was, for a split second, I was like, Zoro?
Uh-huh. He did it! He got back!
Yeah.
Like, the same thing. Fantastic. And they were so happy to see each other,
Yes.
which is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
That was really
I
awesome.
love Mr. 2.
Go ahead.
No, I wasn't gonna say anything.
You weren't gonna say anything. I was just gonna say I'm surprised by how much I ended up liking Bon Clay.
Yeah.
Me too.
But because in Alabasta, Bon Clay is like, people are like, Alabasta's awesome. Once you get to Impel Down, Bon Clay solidifies himself as like
Yeah.
one of the greatest characters in One Piece.
Yes,
Also-
He's fucking awesome.
It's so nice to see him just in a jail outfit instead of whatever the fuck he.
True.
Hey now.
I didn't like his
His-
diaper.
yeah, his
short
diaper
looking
shorts
thing.
suck.
I like the swan shoes.
I love the swan shoes.
I
It's
Swan
got a lot of
shoes.
mobility.
There's a lot of cool stuff about his outfit, but the diaper bit sucks.
I just don't like the diaper.
I don't like
bit.
the silhouette.
I would cosplay Bon Clay. I think that'd be so. Actually,
yeah.
announcement right now, guys. Any One Piece cosplayer that you see me cosplaying, I'm actually cosplaying Bon Clay,
As this person.
disguised
Whoa.
as whoever it is.
Ah.
Hell yeah.
But yeah,
Yep.
him in a prison fit, all of a sudden, way cooler.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we'll see. We'll probably get back into some crazy shenanigan fit later. I'm wondering how this is all going to shake out. Are all of these crazy characters going to escape Impel Down? There's a prison riot happening on level 2.
Right.
You know?
Interesting.
A lot of interesting stuff.
Well, I feel like the easiest part was getting in. Like, easiest part is
Yeah.
going to be getting to Ace. Getting out's going to be fucking crazy.
Do we think anyone's going to...
I think Luffy's going to die.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, it's again about that time. That's what it causes the time skip. He dies and then on the third day he rises, and that's the time skip.
I swear to God, I'm gonna get a time skip jar, and I'm gonna make
have
you
to put
put in $1
$50
and
in
$50
every
every
time.
time you mention the time.
It's gonna be so funny when the next chapter we read is the time skip.
That's gonna be how we buy new mics.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Well,
speaking of later, are we ready to get into what's happening later in our lives, as in our homework and
yeah,
next things?
Yeah.
I think so.
Let's do a little time skip
Time
to
skip.
when we talk about the homework.
All right, guys. It's been about a year.
All
We're
right.
ready to talk
Awesome.
about the homework.
Yeah.
now.
This is how I sound now.
All right.
Josh
Do we
took
do
up
One
smoking.
Piece or JoJo first?
One Piece.
All right, everyone. I'm going to say y'all are going to be reading all the way up to chapter 551. Basically, just 2 more volumes.
Okay.
Cool. Cool.
And, oh man, I'm so excited for y'all to read this stuff.
It
I'm
sounds
so
like
excited to talk about it.
it sounds like crazy. So like everything that's set up is insane.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very excited.
I'm so excited to read it, and that'll take us to almost the halfway point of One Piece as it
Yes.
is now.
Mm-hmm.
Just a few chapters away from the halfway point,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, I already said well, JoJo.
Clayton, you are gonna watch the next 5 episodes
Wow.
of Golden Wind.
Okay.
Expectations. Nothing really happens in these ones.
Okay.
I am delirious with excitement for you to watch these episodes. I'll say that much.
Okay.
I think you're really gonna like them. I think we're gonna have
Whole horse?
a
Polnareff?
lot to talk about. I think we're gonna have a lot to talk about,
Yeah.
and I think that
Boingo. Alessi?
I will just. Here's what I will say.
Yeah.
I don't-
don't.
Not to overhype it,
Uh-huh.
but this batch of episodes I've anticipated more than anything we've seen before in JoJo, except maybe the finale of part
Wow.
3.
Can I watch them without y'all?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of just. I mean, I got things I gotta do. So.
I gotta go home.
Yeah.
I'm really hungry.
Yeah. But yeah, I hope you really like it. And if you don't, whatever, you're gonna watch more. Just
Okay.
keep watching.
Yay.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Cool. And with that,
We love you. Good night.